Hello, I'm Mary Lukianchuk, and I'm going to show you a book we did on my last field experience. It's called What I Know About Bats. Is my name. We did a bunch of different parts on the book before doing the book itself, and I made my own copy, and the kids have their own copy. It was kind of like a final assessment. And on the first page, I bookbinded it all together, all a bunch of pages. We worked on different subjects like types of bats, megabats, microbats, the characteristics of all bats, and echolocation, the food bats eat, and enemies. We didn't have a lot of time to do other things like the skills of bats, like what bats are used for by humans, like the guano and the pottery and stuff like that. I want to read it to you. So the first page, it's called Type of Bats. I have a little bit of a drawing here, and it's going to talk about megabats and microbats. Alright, megabats are large bats that eat fruit. Megabats use their sense of smell, sight, and touch to find their food, so they have small ears. It's kind of like a characteristic thing. The biggest megabat is the flying fox with the wingspan of 6 feet. See, I have the megabat right here, and then I have the bananas way over here. Okay, it says microbats are small bats that eat insects. Microbats use their sense of hearing. Their method is called echolocation, so their ears are big. The type of microbat is the vampire bat that drinks blood. The smallest microbat is the bumblebee bat with a wingspan of 6 inches, weighing less than a penny. I have a picture of the microbat over here, and then here's the echolocation, and then the insect. It's kind of hard to point these out when it's facing the camera. Alright. Characteristics of bats. This is the second page. Oh yes, I forgot to mention that for the final assessment we used keywords like nocturnal, upside down, undisturbed, and just to increase the kids' vocabulary. It was a grade 1 and 2 split class. So now on to the book. Characteristics of bats. Bats are nocturnal, meaning that they sleep during the day and come out at night, except for the fruit bats. Bats sleep upside down in undisturbed places during the cold winter. Some bats migrate and some bats hibernate, sleeping very deep until warm weather arrives. Bats are the only mammals that can fly. They give birth to live young and nourish them with milk. Bats live in a colony because there is safety in numbers, and they can take turns watching the nursery. Bats are not blind, they can see. Bats are also squeaky clean, like a cat, and a bat's wings are their webbed hands. We did a fill in the blank. I don't know if you can tell my writing, I used a blue pen. Alright, now on to the third page. It's on echolocation. I didn't draw a picture. Okay. Echolocation. Microbats use echolocation to find their food at night. While flying, they send out high-pitched sounds that bounce off objects. The bats listen for the bounced sounds that they will tell them if there is something in front of them. The echoes help the bats find their insect food, not only used for catching bugs but also used as a navigation tool. Alright, the next page. It's about It's about food. Megabats eat fruit and spread fruit seeds all over the forests. That's a helpful thing. Microbats come out at night and use echolocation to find insects. Many bats help get rid of pesky insects like mosquitoes, grasshoppers, and moths. Mosquitoes bother humans like me, and grasshoppers eat the crops like corn that we buy off of farmers. These bats can eat half their weight in bugs every night. Vampire bats are the only mammals to drink blood. They sneak up to a large farm animal and drink a little of their blood each night. The barn animal doesn't even know that they have lost blood. Alright, and on to the last subject, enemies. I didn't draw a picture again. Oh, there you go. And it's not a very big paragraph. Alright, bats have enemies like every other animal on this planet does. The most dangerous enemies are people. Bats or people can poison the bat's food, like bugs, like pesticides, and destroy bat homes. Their enemies are other enemies can be our pets, like cats and dogs. Owls come out at night. They can easily go after a microbat, because microbats come out at night. Large bats can hunt small bats if they had the chance. And some snakes sleep in caves and wait for baby bats to fall from the ceiling of the cave. It's another thing. And the last page is just a small, kind of like to encourage people not to be afraid of bats and stuff like that. Okay. Bats are helpful to humans. They are not dangerous unless you are an insect or a farm animal. Bats are needed in a special way all over the world. In China, bats are considered good luck, and in Africa, bat droppings are made into pottery, and that's guano. We didn't really get to touch on all of that, but I did mention a couple things. This is the end of my book, and to assess it, it was a lot of note-taking on participation, and we did it all together on the overhead. And the kids really liked it, especially when they were able to draw their own diagram of what they would be talking about on each page. And they loved coloring the title page, and they're just excited they're going to do a book because they never did one before, and it was a grade 1 and 2 split class. And it was very fun. Hopefully all teachers will be able to do stuff like that with the kids. It's a way of connecting, and it's very nice to see them excited about stuff, especially school. A lot of kids are excited about school. Alright, that's the end. Thank you.